Hello, hello. Hello! Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Wednesdays at KROQ's HD Radio Sound Space. How are you doing? Okay, so it's gonna get really hot in here because there's a lot of you and these guys give you all of their energy. My name is Nicole Alvarez. If you don't mind it getting very, very loud, make some noise. All right. I think you're ready, so please help me welcome Rise Against!
Hey guys, let's have some fun, all right? It's a new song, it's called The Violence. Dancing in the crumbling precipice, the rocks are coming loose just at the edge. Are we laughing? Are we crying? Are we drowning? Are we dead? Or is it all a dream? The bombs are getting closer every day. We can never ever know. We used to say, have been forced up to our doorstep. Has this moment finally come? Or is it all a dream? We're not God, we're not brave enough. Is the violence in our nature just the image of our maker? We're not God, we're not brave enough to become something better. And the violence in our nature, we're not God. Yeah, they know. Or is it all a dream? To a predetermined fate, or we condemned. Or maybe we're but without an end. We're not stories, we're not actors. We're awake and in control, and this is not a dream. So can we break this hold? Set in motion something new. Forgetting what we know. An evolution overdue. Fight the church, pull on the cord, get away. Are we not God enough? Are we not brave enough? Is the violence in our nature just the image of the maker? We not God enough? Are we not brave enough to become something greater than the violence in our nature? We not God. Yeah, they know. We'll try to pass before we take. We need our stop. Let's pray for it. Push the roads away. Let's get off track and wander far. Same route, same tune, same destinations. Follow nothing but your heart. We're talking in our sleep. We're sleeping through our lives. We're checking all those places where we never time. Step from our shadows into the light. Are we not God? Are we not brave enough? Is the violence in our nature just the image of our maker? We not God. Are we not brave enough to become something greater? And the violence in our nature, we not God enough. We're not brave enough. We're not God. Yeah, they know. Or is it all a dream? Thank you. This one's called Survive. So my feet's been half keep going. What do you say? Yeah? To the sound of a heartbeat pounding away, to the rhythm of the rushing machines, breathes us inside the twisted, breathes back, we take the twisted, our darkness without rivers, just talk around me, there's nothing else. We go on our knees for you, under. I won't crawl on my knees for you. Won't believe the lies that hide the truth. I won't sweat one more drop for you. We are the rust upon your views. They are the insect in your hands. We crawl, we crawl, we crawl. Yeah, over you. So seems to see us through. Our days are precious. Of you, bring what we are under this sky, not under you. We bring our dawn all over to. We crawl, we crawl, we crawl. Yeah, over you. Thank you guys. And thanks for joining us here today at the KROQ Sound Space. We didn't even know this place really existed, but here it is. Maybe it doesn't. This is all in our imagination. It's all a weird dream, right? That's right. Well, cool. Let's do a few more songs. Are you guys allowed to dance in here too? They let you dance? All right. Well, if you want, if you're so inclined, I'm not gonna tell you what to do. But yeah. Well, let's do a song. This one, we put it out years and years ago. In a lot of ways, it was our introduction to the bigger world of music outside of places just the size of this place. And
a lot of people's introduction to our band as well. So let's do it. Here we go. It's time to come to our senses. Up from the top, we give it all. And that's the reason, oh yeah, you sick. So give it all. As these reasons have belonged to me. Everybody, right here we go. The life we love, blows us right down. Give it all. That's the reason for I say. So give it all. That's the reason that belong to me. Since I'm living for my sunny and west, I give it all. So, new record. We got a new record out called Wolves. Thank you. We're super excited about it. There's a lot of songs on that record that mean a lot to us. We made it in Tennessee last fall with a guy named Nick Raskulinix. And we poured a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this record, but we poured a particular amount of blood, sweat, and tears into this next song. It's called Welcome to the Breakdown. Selling their souls. you guys seen Rise Against before? And we got some newbies here too, huh? Alright. This is quite an introduction that the newbies get then, right? You guys having a good time? We're gonna play another new song. It's called Wolves.
Light up the torches and wake up the king. The smoke you've ignored, it's a flame you can't contain. Suck out the walls and claw out the dirt. We grab from our guts and howl until it hurts. I could have come with me and I can take you from this place now. Where these roads will go if they see me start again. Took her hand and held her close, she looked at me, said, hey, I don't even know your name. I am ready to explode. Like a tiger in a circus. Strangest all I've ever known. Now you're giving me a promise. We are the wolves at the gate. Our numbers growing every day. You can't find us alone. You can't fight. We are the wolves at the wall. We break it like a wildfire. You can't find us alone. You can't fight. While I was preaching, the walls of the dam were trembling trees in a rush to higher land. I am ready to explode like a tiger in a circus. This cage is all I've ever known. And now you're giving me a promise. We are the wolves at the gates. Our numbers growing every day. You can't fight us alone. You can't fight. We are the wolves at the wall. We break it like a wildfire. You can't fight us alone. We are not going away. Roaming in numbers and chasing the scent, circling in for the kill. And you are the winter, the long discontent. It won't stop till we've had our fill. We are the roaming in numbers, chasing the scent. All right, let's do one more. This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for everything that you had to do to get yourself in this room. I'm sure it wasn't easy. It's fun to play places like this because sometimes you play somewhere a lot bigger and you're not sure everybody there wants to be there. They probably came with a friend, they're seeing somebody else. But when you pack people into a room like this, you know there are some diehards and there's a lot of love. So thank you. Thank you for that. It means a lot. Kills me not to know this, but I know, but just forgotten.
With the color of her eyes and the scars of how she got them, as the telling signs of age rain down, a single tear is dropping to the valleys of an aging face that this world has forgotten. There is no reconciliation that will put me in my place, and there is no time like the present to drink these draining seconds. Seldom do these words ring true, and I'm constantly failing you. Walls that we just got right through, till we disappear. So tell me love, this ain't love. How do we get? How do I know? When she said I don't hate you, boy, just wanna say you were something love to say. Crushing weights, but no man does it ever wait. Like memories of dying days, stepping us like hurricanes. Faith in faith, we held the bread. We stood up and think that's in your head. Pressed into the flash like sand. Do you understand? So tell me now, this ain't love. How do we get? How do we know? When she said I don't hate you, boy, I just wanna say you were. There's something left to say. And I don't hate you, no. So tell me now, this ain't love, and how do we get out? 'Cause I don't know. That's when she said, I don't hate you, boy. I just wanna say the words. There's something left to say. I told her I love you, though I'm not the answer for questions that you never have.
Yeah. So clean and you smell so fresh.
I don't know if that's.
I was just telling the audience they have no idea what kind of energy they helped create. It was a really good room today.
Yes.
So I don't know if you guys know, Rise Against, you guys have played pretty much every type of KROQ show that we've had, from Acoustic Christmas to Weenie Roast to Epicenter, and now the HD Radio Soundspace. 2004 Acoustic Christmas, do you remember being interviewed by us in a laundry room? In a laundry room!
Yeah.
Why were we in a laundry room at Gibson Amphitheater? Does anybody know?
I say, why not?
Exactly. Actually, God, why are we sitting here right now? We should be in the laundry room back there. Joe, I'm going to start with you. So for nostalgia's sake, let's go back to kind of that era. I remember that was the first time I saw Rise Against, and probably the last time that I saw you guys without having to look through somebody's phone screen, because that was before like videos and Twitter and all that stuff. If anything, what do you miss or what do you remember most about those shows back then?
I think it was amazing for me just to watch like the slow like rise that we had, like the slow popularity, taking everything in, just thinking like any day it could go away, you know. I mean, and just really enjoying that moment. I mean, it's great memories for sure.
Guess what? It hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
It's only gotten bigger. Zach, so it's almost 3 years on Saturday that you guys last released, when you released The Black Market. So when did you start recording this new album? What was going on in the world? When did you have the idea that we need to get back in the studio?
I don't remember. I don't remember there being.
In surround sound.
It's working. Is it working? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Yes.
I can hear you. We just decided we had toured so much for the Black Market. I just remember there being like a concerted time off, and our band we're not good at decisions. We're not good at stuff, particularly. We're not particularly like we can do what you just saw us do. Beyond that, don't count on us to do much else, including be punctual. But we took a proper amount of time off, and it's just that itch you get when you've been home for too long and you're getting on your wife's nerves and stuff, and like you need to.
It's restless.
You guys need to do stuff again, and so that happened for all four of us. I think pretty
You got kicked out of the house, is what
simultaneously.
you're
It was like,
saying.
oh right, we need to make a record again. So and in the retrospect, it felt like we had a lot of time off, but it wasn't actually.
Brendan, do you feel like it's important to recharge? Because I don't think people understand the aggressive momentum of touring when you're in it. Like, do you feel it's important as a band to just stop for a minute and take a breather?
Yeah, I mean, this is what we do. We've been doing this for 18 years, I think, this band. So I think
been a while.
we're very happy on the road. But yeah, after a couple years, it's good to, reacquaint yourself with our kids, our wives, and like go home,
Remember
see our
me?
house. You're like, I have furniture and I have a house. And
I have a pet.
I have a car, my own car. No.
Do you remember how to drive even?
Yeah. Well, but no, I mean, it's great to recharge, But like he said, we get the itch after a couple years, and we this is what we've been doing since the 90s, all of us. So
Yeah,
it's-
no, we've
that's
been.
what-
I mean, you guys have been with
it's how
KROQ.
we live.
You've been with KROQ, I think, since the beginning, which is amazing. Do you still remember hearing your first Rise Against song on KROQ?
Yeah, I was probably when we were here, like mixing a record, probably. That's the first time I ever heard it, And KROQ is, I remember touring in a van, and so all you have is the FM radio sometimes, and you're making your way regionally across the country, and you're hearing what every state's or region's different interpretation of rock is, which is different in like Southern Illinois versus Idaho versus you get closer to the West, and all of a sudden you heard I heard Pennywise on the radio, you know what I mean? And it was like, whoa, there's a place in this country that plays Pennywise on the radio. I would venture to say Pennywise was never really played on the radio in Chicago when we grew up. It was just not happening,
That's surprising.
Or if it was, I missed it. Like, it just wasn't happening. And so that was when it occurred to me, like, punk, aggressive music, this place has a home, like in this part of the country. And this was years ago, so things have changed, I'm sure, but at the time I remember thinking around this part of the country felt a little more like home.
That's amazing. I'm glad that we are talking about that because you guys recorded this album in Tennessee.
We did, yeah.
What was going on politically in the world? Because I also know that you tried to film a video for the violence, which is a good story that I want you guys to tell. But tell me about recording this particular album at the time in Tennessee.
Well, the election was going on. We were there for the entire election. We were there for election day. You know what I mean? We were there. We didn't work that day. We were like, we're going home. but it was a tumultuous time. I remember thinking, actually, as we were taking our break and some time off, I remember watching the election kind of ramp up, and politics were at such like a heightened state, you know, in this country. And I remember thinking, shoot, like Rise Against should have put out a record before the election. We should have tapped into the energy that's happening right now and voiced a comment on it, you know, through our songs. And then after the election happened, I remember thinking, I'm so glad we didn't put out a record before the election because everything just changed. You know what I mean? Everything just changed. Like the course of history, you know, at least if you're an American, like changed. You know, the environment, and not just like the environment like nature, but just the environment of what we live in, you know, like our social environments. Everything just kind of changed all of a sudden. And that's when I knew we need to put this record out. We need to be there to sort of distill what's happening in American history in this time that we're lucky enough to be alive.
A beacon of light is what we needed, and that's what you guys gave us. Joe, tell us about filming the video for The Violence, which is the lead single that you guys have also heard on KROQ. Tell us about shooting that. I think it was in Tennessee that you guys chose, well, to kind of shoot it.
It was just outside of Richmond, Virginia, actually. And I would say 4 days before we were supposed to shoot, we got a call, and we were supposed to shoot it on site at this property that holds 20-foot-high busts of all the presidents' heads. And so we were going to film on this site, and this board that controls it, they voted us out. They said they didn't want us there.
Rebels?
Yeah, and they called us anti-government. That was used.
How did that make you feel?
Yeah. Like maybe like mission accomplished a little bit. That we were.
All right.
Certainly, like we're a band that ruffles feathers, and we did that there. But needless to say, we weren't able to make a proper video for The Violence because we were going to South America the next day.
But the idea, it's the thought that counts,
Yeah,
right?
right.
It's
the thought that counts, right.
Zach, do you remember where you were when you found out that Donald Trump was running for president? And do you remember like the first thing you thought?
Oh wait, this is. Oh yeah.
Even though you used two, remember? I thought you were in Surrey.
Oh yeah, yes. When I found out he was running.
Yeah, when somebody said Donald Trump's running for president.
Oh, I thought it was a total joke. I thought it was a complete, you know, like Mickey Mouse is running for president. I thought it was. Or, you know, you hear about the crazy guy, like down at the beach guy that, you know, I'm running for president, whatever. I thought it was just some crazy publicity. It was going to be a new ad for The Apprentice or whatever. And never in a million years did I think it would go the distance. And I remember getting really, really worried. And then during the election, like Tim said, during that day that we had off, we were in Nashville. I was just driving around because it was getting so close. And my wife kept texting me like, Zach, it's getting, and I was like, stop, just stop. I don't blah, 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 you know, I didn't want to hear it. And then, you know, just she kept giving me the play-by-play because she doesn't listen to me at all, which is totally true, right, she shouldn't listen to me. And just being so overwhelmingly disappointed with everything. But yeah, when I first heard about it, I mean, who actually took it seriously?
Nobody.
You know?
I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, and if you voted for him, that's fine, but nobody took that seriously. And Brandon, really quickly, about 30 minutes ago, breaking news. So Kid Rock officially threw his hat in the ring and he's running for Senate, and he's already selling merch. Do you feel like maybe one day you want to go the political route?
I mean, if people like Kid Rock are running for office,
It, why not?
I mean, yeah, man.
Hey, dude,
I'll vote for you. Okay,
Things have gone a little loco.
Mike Fry.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
running too? Congratulations.
Yeah, Mike Fry.
Good
Vote
luck with
Mike
all
Fry.
that stuff.
vote for Fry.
So,
I mean, the sad part is he could get elected.
Absolutely.
I
I know.
mean, if Trump got elected,
I know.
Kid Rock could be.
Not could, he's going to. Let's just like throw it out there.
It's
He's
terrible.
going
That's
to.
terrifying. That's a little
Before
terrifying.
we wrap this up, I watched this really cool interview with you guys, and you were talking about the pressure being off of, you don't have to make the sophomore record or the follow-up. You're already on your 8th record. You're going to make a 9th. It's about capturing the moment. And I thought that was such a beautiful way of describing how to just make an album. It's so simple. You capture the moment. So when you look through the through the fumes of these crazy political times, and you look back on Wolves, what is the moment that you think you captured, or the message behind the record?
Wolves is a call to action. It's sort of like it's like a redirection of your energy and your emotions, especially in post-election America, where a lot of us felt defeated. A lot of us felt like, you know, I don't know the direction the country is going in. And Wolves was kind of like, well, don't just walk away. Like, be the wolf at the gate. Show your teeth, show your claws, like, break down that wall and take back control of the place you live. And that was kind of the message of Wolves.
That's awesome. And then one fan question somebody wanted me to ask, if Donald Trump wanted to go to a Rise Against show, A, would you get him tickets? But B, if you did, where would you sit him?
Right in the middle of the dance floor.
Yeah.
You put him in the pit. You put him in the pit with all the people. So before we wrap up, so this is my favorite. Lyrically, you guys are so incredible. There's so many people in this room that have Rise Against tattoos. Off the new record, Miracle is my favorite song, and you know the world can get a little crazy sometimes. And does anybody ever experience like highs and lows, and sometimes you get really frustrated and you think everything's going straight to hell? Yeah? Yeah. Welcome to the club. So in Miracle, it says, I want you guys to take this home with you. It says, when the weight we carry breaks us, we're tempted to stay down, but every road to recovery starts at the breakdown. But we don't need miracles to tumble from the sky, to part the seas around us, or turn water into wine, because we are the miracles. We happen all the time. We're not scared of what's around us. We're not waiting for a sign. Boom! That was Rise Against. So they're playing The Shrine on Thursday and Friday. Wolves is out. If you want to relive today, go to KROQ HD2 at 6 o'clock. You can re-listen, or you can go to KROQ.com and watch. But all I have to say is, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Rise Against. And you guys were awesome too, so give it up for yourselves. And thank you for coming.